What about arranged marriages? What do you think of those? I'm pushing a few buttons, aren't I, Martin? Sorry.
It'll work for 25 years.
It'll work for 25 years. Is that the prognosis? Oh dear. It's easy, isn't it, for people like me to say, you know, that's not very good, that's not working. But no, I think there is a bigger picture here, and I think this is something that Neil Donald Walsh talks about as well, and it is a serious point. I think, you know, if the world is going to change, okay, we've talked about how that's going to happen in terms of the change starts here, which is great. But if you look at it in a bigger picture sense, right, you know, we've got to start valuing freedom in a much more real sense, not paying lip service. You know, we've got to think about, you know, where we're pushing not only our children but ourselves, you know, in life, because, you know, at the end of the day, we all make a choice, and that's fine. But, you know, how many of us are really in touch with this, with our hearts, with our real essence, and if you like, bypassing, so like a heart bypass, you know, when, as you say, your mother comes along and says, well, you know, shouldn't Si or Yudi be doing this instead of studying whatever they're going, you know, God knows if they were going to RADA or something, what they would think. I'm exaggerating, but, you know, we've really, how do we let go of this? I mean, it really is endemic, isn't it? You know, and we must let go, I think, because otherwise it's just gonna keep perpetuating and perpetuating, and people are unhappy. People are unhappy, and when people are unhappy, you're going to get conflict. You know, and you're going to get wars, and you're going to get this constant survivalist mode, which we're still in now, in the 21st century, which is completely ridiculous. You know, we've made so many advances, if you think about it, technologically, incredible advances over a few years compared to how long we've been around, you know, thousands of years. Absolutely amazing. And yet, spiritually, you know, and if you like, in a sense of love and connection and communication and caring, you know, we're still in kindergarten, and this is what Neil Donald Walsh says. And this is, for me, a huge issue that we must address. I think it's,
your analysis is correct, and I think it's because we don't allow kind of self-reflection. We're not we don't allow a little bit of
introspection.
Yeah. We kind of frown on it. We think it's a waste of time for us, and we're a culture of telling people what to do instead of discovering what to do for ourselves. So we've got to turn it around. We've kind of got to allow the individual the freedom to at least spend some time on our own, spend some time in meditation and reflection, and in some way focusing on the aspects which are important for us. We've got to stop telling each other what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not our life, it's none of our business.